Hey guys, Nick from ArchCityPLO.com, Arch City Poker. Today's video, we are going to talk about sticky players, how to deal with them. It's actually quite simple. First, want to apologize for the video not being up yesterday. Today, when I'm recording, is a Friday. I had a video ready to go. There were production issues with it, so a little bit delayed, but still getting the video up for the week, so that's good. But let's get into the topic of sticky players. So I've had players in my whole career, they ask me all the time, how do I deal with this guy? He never folds. I can't get him to fold. What do I do? Guys, it's pretty simple. This is going to be a very simple video. If they don't fold, then you don't bluff them, and you just value bet much wider. So let me give you an example. Let's say player that's very sticky, he limp calls from out of position, you raise in position. You have pocket jacks. Flop comes King 10-5, all right? Now, let's say you didn't have pocket jacks, actually. And let's say on King 10-5, you had Ace 9, for example. Or you had Queen 9 suited, something like that. Something that doesn't have a pair, lacks a little bit of showdown value. Players will say in that spot, well, I know I have the range advantage. I know this guy's limp calling, but I just can't get him to fold. But I know I have the range advantage. I'm supposed to bet here. Not if he's not going to fold. So don't bluff with those hands, and then there are going to be hands in your range that become value combos that you would consider bluffs. So on King 10-5, Ace Queen is a value bet against this type of player, guys. They're going to call with a lot of worse unpaired hands. Trust me on this. And even if they call you with like pocket sixes, you still have a lot of ways you can improve in that hand. So like Ace Queen, value bet on King 10-5, Ace Jack. Ace 9 could possibly even be considered a thin value bet. The point is, expand upon your value betting range, cut back on the bluffs. Now, if they call you on the turn, which because they're a sticky player, they're going to call you a lot. Turns where they'll be a little bit more reasonable. You don't want to be too crazy with how thin you value bet, but you still want to go pretty thin. So on King 10-5, let's say the turn is a deuce. All right? Ace 10 is a mandatory value bet. Pocket jacks, pocket queens, Ace 10. I would say possibly even Queen 10. Those are value bets, guys, because you are still getting worse 10x to call you. You're getting pocket pairs that are worse than that to call you. So you really want to expand upon your value betting range. Cut back on the bluffs quite a bit, all right? Especially on the flop. On the turn, you can maybe add a couple more if you feel like they're willing to tighten up a little bit on the turn. But if these guys are overly sticky flop and turn, the rivers where they tend to not be quite as sticky, but you might get a really sticky station that literally doesn't fold. All you need to do over across all three streets is just expand upon your value betting range, guys. Go wider than what you think is right for value and cut back on the bluffs. And you'll see your win rate skyrocket against these types of players. They're not hard to play against. Yes, they are playing tough, so to speak, by playing sticky against you, but their ranges are so wide and often so capped that they're having to make up for their pre-flop mistake by playing too wide of a range. And now they're having to defend with all these really marginal hands. When you have the range advantage, you can just simply take them to value town. So I know this video probably seems pretty simple. Like maybe for some of you it's going to be easier said than done, but just trust me on this. You just want to value bet the hell out of these guys, and you just want to cut back on the bluffs. And that's especially true on the flop, still mostly true on the turn, and then the rivers where they might be a little more reasonable. But if you see that a player is calling triple barrels, with worse than top pair, you need to triple barrel them and you need to take them to value town and get three streets. Cut out the bluffs, cut out the GTO stuff, the fancy play stuff. Just play simple ABC poker, widen the value range, and that's it. So if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and let me know as usual. Click on the link in the description box. Come over to Arch City PLO. Next week, I'm going to have up another free step-by-step video for you guys. I said I would try to do that once per month for you YouTube subscribers. The guys over at the site, the subscription members, they're getting like 8 to 10 videos a week, I think, on average of those step-by-step videos. Those are very valuable. How to think during a hand, different types of examples that relate to the types of games you guys are playing in. Click on the link, visit the site, come over to learn more, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks.